Hello, this is Kathy with Harriet's Papery, and today I'm going to do a flip through of this little journal that I made. This is a folio style journal, and it's got two signatures in it. Get the ribbon out of the way here. And I've got this little folder that I made to go for the front, on the front of it. And I made this all with scraps. One of my things this year is I'm trying to use up a lot of just papers and stuff I have laying around that were printed maybe for other projects and aren't getting used. So I made this. I got this little starch label right here. And then we've just got pictures and labels and advertisements in here. And a wedding party on the back. I thought that was just a really pretty picture. And in the front here, we have this little sewing image. I guess it's kind of an advertisement too. And I wouldn't call this exactly sewing themed, but I did use my Stitchery kit to make it. So there's a lot of sewing type things in it. And we're going to start with this little mini journal I made recently. And I made this with the same images and printed them tiny, just like Heather did in her tutorial. And that's Heather at Rose Hill Paper. Anyway, I made this little tiny one using the same papers I used in this journal. So it's like a little miniature of the journal. And I've got this rose tag and a little journal card that you can write on the back of it, and an index card that is tea-dyed. And this is a prayer journal. So I put here, believe in miracles. And praise God. Because God does everything for us. So many things. Like, sometimes I think we can never appreciate all that He does for us. And we have another journal card here with writing. It even has lines for you to write on. And this vintage picture of this young gentleman. And it's a postcard on the back. And I've put a lot of music pages in this journal. And these pages are from an old hymnal that was starting to come apart that I found. We've got some little bits of ephemera here, and this is a copy of a postcard I have in my collection. It says happy birthday, but it has beautiful flowers on it. And I printed a postcard on the back of it. And we have this journal card. It has all these little pins on it, which presumably would be something you would have purchased at one time. And of course you can write on the back of it. And we have a lot of writing space here, or this could be used to decorate something, to make tags for a journal. This is a page from my Stitchery kit. And some book page and tea-dyed paper. And here we have a little notepad of pages, some for decorating, some for writing on, whatever people want to use it for, of course. And another journal card. I just love this paper. This is of course, a Graphics Fairy image, but I just love it. And this is another Graphics Fairy image. It's a coffee plant. Wait, that was here. And here's the center of the first signature, also from my Stitchery kit. And faithful. God is so faithful. And we can be really faithful to Him, which is definitely a good thing to be. And we have this little set of papers just pinned in here in a pocket full of goodies. We have an index card and another sewing themed journal card and this lovely little girl image. And we have this envelope here, and it's got this card tucked in it. This was another postcard image of mine, and I put a postcard on the back of it. And here's some paper for journaling. And more of the pages from the hymnal. We have some bits of paper here to play with and a journal card, which was apparently an advertisement for thread. It's got stuff on here that has to do probably with palm reading, which back 120 years ago or so was very popular. There was a lot of weird stuff that people got into at that time. That's what I'll say about that, is weird stuff. We have a little tag here. And we have a little notebook. I made these out of just papers I had sitting around, and I made a whole stack of them a while back. So they give you places to write, a little notebook to do things with. Some of the pages maybe not so good for writing on, but good for decorating on. Anyway, we have that. And I made a whole bunch just to tuck into my journals. This one was actually partly made and laying on the table, so I decided it would be the one for this journal since it was so handy there. God gives us rest. We can give Him all of our stuff, all the load that we're bearing on our shoulders. We can just give to Him. We don't need to hold on to that. And sometimes the hard part is to not, once you give that burden to the Lord, to not try to take it back, because sometimes we do that. We have a picture here that I had in my collection. I printed off a bunch of pictures to have ready to make things with a while back, and I thought it was just a perfect picture just to put on this page. And nothing is impossible with God. With man, nothing is possible, but with God, Nothing is impossible. And here's our second signatures, the middle of it, with a lot of sewing and stitching imagery on it. We have a pocket here with some goodies in it, some tickets and another journal card, and this receipt that I made a while back, doing sort of the same thing I've been doing with a lot of things lately, is using papers I had on hand to make things. And I've been using a lot of book page lately too to do that same thing. Here. There we go. And another stitching related journal card and some pretty paper. And then this little, I don't even know what I would call this. I just did a little collaging there, I guess, on a little piece of brown paper. And yes, there's nothing on the back of it to look at. And this is the image that's on the front of the book. And worship Him. And here's a little, let's remove that. It's a little, like a little tag with a little tuck spot, so you could use that to kind of stick a little something in there, a little piece of paper, a little memento. And walk by faith. This is one of my favorite Bible verses. That we walk by faith, not by sight. And it's a good thing to remember. And we have a little hideaway spot here that will have some things hidden in it when it eventually goes out to its forever home. And this will be in my Etsy shop soon. And probably by the time this video goes up, it will definitely be up in the shop for sale. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Bye.